Alright, into Turtle Pack, and you know that means we're going to have to try and do some kind of difficult challenge to spice things up. So what I decided to go for here is the 1 slot challenge. Now I originally saw this on Suboptimal's channel. I will link his video in the description. Maybe other people have done it, I don't really remember exactly. A lot of the Turtle Pack content is so old now, it's very difficult to keep track of these things. But yeah, I don't think I'd ever tried this myself, or maybe I did and I kind of gave up after a very few attempts. But this is definitely one of those challenges where you have to have, you're going to need a lot of attempts to get the RNG required for a decent run with only 1 slot available in the pet shop. Now I will say that Sub's run is so old now that the mechanics of the game are obviously a bit different now. Originally you only got 1 level up reward, and it was also on the right hand side of the shop. Whereas nowadays it's on the left. So it does look a little bit strange where you're freezing all the left hand slots, but then on the level up you actually get them on the left hand side. So we're allowing ourselves to buy level up pets. I think this would be borderline impossible without doing that. So yeah, you can see we've frozen the 2 left hand slots. We can only buy pets from the right hand slot. And as soon as the shop upgrades, which I guess will be next turn, we'll have to freeze the 3rd slot as well. And then there'll be another one later on when we upgrade to the full 5 slots. And this was actually recorded, I think the update came out 25th July. This was recorded about 3 days later. So normally I would not record stuff that close to an update, specifically because the pool of teams becomes much weaker. But I thought, I can't wait. I need to record something because I was kind of running out of footage. So that's why we've actually settled on this ridiculously difficult challenge. I think under normal circumstances, I think this would be borderline impossible these days. I mean, let me know if you've tried this before. Maybe it's not as hard as I think it is. But a lot of the time, you're just heavily reliant on the food shop, because you're frequently not going to find anything of use in the pet shop. So luckily we end up with Rabbit here, and Rabbit is obviously going to improve the efficiency of all the food items that we're going to have to buy. We did end up getting Dolphin from the Spider Pill. There is a Giraffe there, but I think maybe a little bit on the late side now. Definitely freeze every salad we see. And then we end up getting Deer on the last roll. So we're 100% taking that. Definitely can't pass up a tier 4 unit at this stage, almost regardless of what it is. And looks like, yeah, the Rabbit health is going to be good enough to scrape a draw. Now you do have to be careful with this. You can't freeze stuff just before the shop tiers up, because if we keep the Deer frozen till next turn, another space is going to open up, and then the Deer would be in the 4th slot and we couldn't actually buy it. I definitely did make that mistake a few times while I was going for this. So again, the Garlic plus Rabbit is going to do good stuff. I think on the test server, Garlic is probably going to be changed. I haven't actually looked to see what version it's on now, but definitely spamming health onto units with Garlic probably has been too good a strategy for too long. But you can see here we upgraded the shop. We got the Monkey in the 4th slot, which would have definitely been a unit that we would want to buy, but unfortunately we're going to have to pass it up. And yeah, looks like we're going to get a win here. Again, Garlic, very good. Sushi, yep, we'll take that. Maybe I'm thinking here about pilling the ant. Oh, we're actually going to sell the Deer. That's a little bit surprising. Probably should have kept it there, because we've got no guarantee that we're going to be able to find anything good enough. But we do get a cow, which is probably the best thing we could hit at this stage. And we're just going to keep statting up the units that we have already. And then we do get a chocolate. So level ups are very rare when you're going for this challenge. So we definitely need chocolate to give us a chance at the tier 6. And then, yeah, we lose there. Not surprising. But now we can level up the Rabbit. Hopefully we get a cat or maybe leopard. we get boar or gorilla. So I think we'll go for gorilla since it's going to work pretty well if it ends up getting a lot of health. And I'm going to actually sell the cow. So obviously I just want to guarantee, or at least increase the odds of hitting the gorilla there. It's hard to know if that's the correct thing to do or not. A lot of the time, I was just keeping whatever I found all the way to the end and hoping that the stats would be good enough. But I think probably it's better to kind of go all in on the stronger units. And as you can see, it increases our chances of actually hitting the gorilla with the pizza. Okay, we will just take a kangaroo for one turn. I guess it's not too bad given that we've got the garlic to improve each of our the chances that each unit is going to attack multiple times. Luckily, the snipe from the dolphin messes up this team with the deer, and I think you can tell that some of these squads are a bit weaker than they would be if the update hadn't been out for only a few days. So we're actually going to put steak on the gorilla, which I don't think I do that very often. Again, we're going to sell the kangaroo, buy the pizza, and we do get another steak as an option, but I think I'm just going to take the swan for 1 gold extra next turn. Skunk actually hits the rabbit, which is good because it allows the gorilla to survive. But I think we're going to lose anyway. Oh no, we're going to win as a result of the garlic again. Maybe that nerf is justified. And then we end up getting another deer. So maybe the fact that I kind of regretted selling the deer before, we're going to bring it in. And then scorpion as well. Freeze the chocolate. And definitely freeze mushroom for scorpion. I think that's another change that's being tested at the moment. That scorpion might end up being before attack instead of on summon. So that would be quite a significant change. And I think Scorpion's one of those units that's gone a very, very long time without being adjusted. Almost everything in Turtle Pack, I think, at this stage has been changed, but maybe not Scorpion. I can't remember. Maybe it has had a little bit of an adjustment at some stage. But yeah, look at the size of that hippo on the last turn. Clearly, I was a bit salty, but you can see that they had a cat and then they sold it. So that was the explanation for having the huge unit. So level 2 gorilla. I think that's probably more just to get the level up, but also to get the health from the rabbit. And we don't really expect the gorilla to get to activate multiple times. Buy the steak onto the deer. Maybe I could have left the deer there to make sure that a dolphin would target the deer instead of the scorpion, but yeah, in the end it worked out okay. So now that takes us on to 9 wins. And really, we're just going to spam food because we're committed to this lineup for sure. Actually, we do get a skunk in the shop. So maybe I could have justified selling the deer there and buying the skunk. But with the steak on the deer already, I feel like probably that would be too much value to give up. Level 2 leopard with double monkey. Our dolphin snipe removes one of the monkeys. We are actually going to knock out the rhino with the steak, but of course the monkey has 5-6 stat line, which results in the bus being 1 attack short of knocking it out. Yeah, only managing 9 wins when the pool was a lot easier than you'd expect it to be. So yeah, I can't see myself returning to this challenge anytime soon.